Hello and welcome. My name is Ariel Pozwolski, pre-sales engineer at Algo. Today we'll be briefly talking about setting up pin code protection for your page extension or for your emergency alert extensions. This feature is simple to set up, but yet very important to protect the extensions and anyone from accidentally dialing it and causing unnecessary panic possibly. It's an optional feature, so it may or may not be enabled, but we'll go through the setup quickly, and it's for you to make the decision to use it or not. It's a numeric password. Maximum character count is 15, so anywhere between 1 and 15, you're free to set up the pin code. We are using an 8301 today for the sake of the example. This is also available on a different product, such as an IP speaker or a visual alerter. More commonly, you're going to be setting up on the 8301. This is generally going to be your multicast transmitter in your deployment, so that's most likely where you would be setting it up. If it was a different device, the setup would look exactly the same. Assuming we already have our extensions registered, all that setup done in advance, we'll just focus now on the actual pin code protection. So for paging, you'd go into Basic Settings tab. We'll navigate there. Once I get to Basic Settings, I'm going to head over to Features tab under Basic Settings. We'll scroll down a little bit on this page, and you have this entire section for inbound page settings. Heading down on that section, one item before the last one, we have Passcode protected page extensions, which is disabled. That is the default setting. Of course, we want this to be enabled right now, so we'll do that. It is enabled. We could decide to apply it to all extensions or not. Right now, I'm going to leave it assigned to all extensions. We, of course, have to configure the passcode. I'm just going to say for the example 1234 is my passcode. You may or may not configure a passcode prompt tone to notify users they have to enter the passcode. This can be customized, so you could certainly upload a custom audio file here, or just use a gong sound, a bell or something. Right now I'm just going to set it to none, but again, it's up to you to set it up in whatever way you prefer, and we'll save it in the bottom right. That's it for page extensions. As you can see, the setup is very simple. For emergency alert extensions, it's going to be virtually the same setup, but in a slightly different section in the web interface. So head over there now, and bear in mind they're not mutually exclusive, right? You can set up one and not the other, or you may set up both. So they're completely independent settings. We'll now go over to Additional Features tab, and we'll head over to Emergency Alerts tab underneath Additional Features. For this setting to be displayed, you must enable Answer Inbound Call, right? Once this is enabled, you now get the option to also enable Passcode protected announcement extensions, which we definitely want on for the example. Once we have it on, the settings are, again, pretty much the same as the page extension. We'll enter the passcode. We'll do 5678 for the example. And a passcode prompt tone. We'll use maybe a gong sound for the example here. And on the bottom right, we'll save it. Important to notice, this will apply to all of your emergency alert extensions. So if you have it on, it applies to all. It's going to be the same passcode for all, or it may not apply it at all. The last important thing to remember is once you enter, when you're paging or hitting this emergency alert extension, after you enter the passcode, you must enter #. At that point, you'll have a voice path open if you're paging. If you are triggering the emergency alert, that's going to start playing at this point. This concludes setting up passcode protected page extensions as well as emergency alert extensions. For any questions, please contact a member of our support team. Thank you.